Well, from one war front to another, our next story brings you the latest from the deadly Israeli military offensive on Gaza, in which the IDF has unleashed relentless airstrikes and expanded ground operations, leaving a trail of devastation in their wake. The fragile calm that had settled under a temporary truce has now been shattered, replaced by the deafening sounds of bombings and the cries of the wounded. According to Gaza's health ministry, at least 500 Palestinians have been killed in the past 3 days, just 3 days in Gaza. Rescue workers in Khan Yunis reported that a pre-dawn strike claimed the lives of at least 10 people, including families who had sought refuge in what they believed to be a safe area.
At approximately 2:30 a.m., the brutal Israeli strike on this house took place. Some 7 people were sleeping in it, safe and sound, according to what the Israeli army had classified as a safe area. This area was a displacement area some time ago. Of course, they were all martyred, as you know. We took them out in pieces.
On the ground, Israeli troops have pushed deeper into central and southern Gaza with an aim of establishing what it claims a security buffer. Earlier today, the IDF reportedly regained control of the 4-kilometer-wide Netzarim corridor. It's a key corridor that, in effect, separates northern Gaza from the south. Israel's operations, meanwhile, have forced thousands of Palestinians to flee for their lives. Roads leading out of northern Gaza are now filled with desperate families, all trying to escape the relentless assault carried out by Israel.
We are suffering from displacement. It hasn't been 2 months since we went back, living in a tent in Al Salam neighborhood. Now we are displaced again.
But for many Palestinians, even escape has become impossible. Earlier today, Israeli forces blocked Gaza's main north to south road, effectively trapping thousands of Gazans in a war zone. In a post on X, Israeli army spokesperson Avache Adrai said that for safety reasons, movement on Gaza's Salah al-Din road is now completely prohibited. Now, the 45-kilometer stretch is Gaza's most important road, spanning the entire length of the territory from north to south. So the message from IDF seems to be clear: there is no safe place in Gaza. In a video address, Israel's defense minister, Israel Katz, issued what he called, and I'm quoting here, final warning for the return of hostages and the removal of Hamas.
The advice of the US President Donald Trump: return the hostages and get rid of Hamas, and will open new opportunities, including leaving to other places in the world for whoever wants to. The alternative is complete destruction and devastation.
Hamas, meanwhile, said that the Israeli army's ground operation constitutes a serious violation of the ceasefire agreement, adding that it rejects Israel's demand to revise the existing ceasefire terms. That's what Hamas has clearly said in the latest. Hamas has fired multiple rockets at Tel Aviv in the latest escalation of violence. Israeli military confirmed that 3 long-range rockets were launched from the southern Gaza Strip at central Israel. According to the IDF, one of the rockets was intercepted by air defenses, while the other 2 struck open areas. There are no immediate reports of injuries in the attack. The Al-Qassam brigades, the military wing of Hamas, claimed the responsibility for the attack, saying it bombed Tel Aviv with a barrage of M90 rockets in response to massacres against civilians. Well, thousands of demonstrators flooded the streets of Jerusalem, demanding an end to the bombings, aiming their frustration directly at the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, whom they accused of prioritizing military escalation over the safe return of the hostages.
We're very, very worried that our country is becoming a dictatorship, and we think our government is not serving the people of Israel and is not thinking of the important things that have to happen here. And they've kidnapped our country. They're abandoning our hostages. They're neglecting all the important things for this country.
Before this latest escalation, the death toll in Gaza had already surpassed 48,000. Now, with the renewed assault, that number is rising by the hour. The question we ask, how much more destruction will Gaza endure?